Okay, there we go. Hello, hello. Happy Monday. Welcome to our September 18th meeting for our Kubernetes Contributor Summit for North America. It is afternoon for me, so good whatever time this is reaching you here from the lovely Munich airport. And yeah, I'm excited to be here with you all. I'm looking forward to being in the same space with you all. As a reminder, please just be nice to each other. We're all volunteers here. Um, with that said, I'm going to drop a link to our notes in the comments. Would anybody volunteer to be our note taker today?
I can do it.
Thank you, Kaslin. Nice, nice, nice. There's our notes for everyone who needs it. All right, so we'll start off with the lead updates. The main thing that update that we have is that there's going to be a shakeup around the social event, which we need to maybe find some more support for a social. One of the leads is unable to perform the role. And so there's been a reach out in the issue to a couple of people who indicated that they would be willing to help out. But if you're wanting to lead or shadow for social, it would be greatly appreciated. One of the things that we still need is the short list of events. But if we are event spaces and if we don't have that space and it turns into something that we're planning ourselves, and this is going to be a really, really critical thing. So if you are not oversubscribed, already in a role, or you know someone that is looking for a way to materially participate in the planning of the event, we could really use some help around the social event.
I could potentially help out there. I led it for the last 2 times. Yeah, if there's support needed, I think I have some cycles where I could help out there. I'm shadowing on awards, but
yeah,
we're gonna send the survey soon for that. But aside from that, it's been pretty low overhead. So
okay,
whatever support is needed, I think I could probably help out.
that is very, very much appreciated. I will communicate that with Nitish, and then yeah, we'll see if we have some other takers as well. Great. The other thing I guess we can talk about later. So I'm gonna press on for now and then circle back to some other things in the lead area. Yeah, Brienne is not able to make it to our meeting today, but left a bunch of updates there. Oh, I didn't see this update with the venues. We have 2 possibilities. All right, great. Okay, let me work in order. Backing up. The maroon shirt's very, very clearly the winner. I saw the voting in the channel. We have $3,000 left over for staff swag, which is great. That's plenty to do everything that we had planned to do. All right, the celebration venues narrowed down to 2 possibilities, waiting for their final proposals after a lot of back and forth and negotiation. So the Revel Motor Row, let me share my screen here so we can look at these. My internet is not great. I am on the free Wi-Fi in an airport.
Do you want me to share screen or?
Yeah. Can you do that, or do you need to be host?
I can definitely take over host. You can make me a co-host.
Oh yeah. That's brilliant. Thank you. I'm glad your brain is working today because mine, I've been having a lot of difficulties. Travel days were really hard for me.
I get it. I 100% get it. I always tell people my brain is the worst when I get off a plane.
Yeah. Okay. You have the ability to share.
Wonderful. All right. There you go. See, look, it's got a fancy website.
Oh, nice. Cool. Beautiful outside. Oh, nice little courtyard.
Yeah, all right. Here's the bullet points. 4,000 square feet of open courtyard, 2,600 total capacity. Wow. 50,000 square feet of event space. Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
12 to 20 spaces for breakout rooms and private dining. Wow.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, depending on
this is dope.
how big it gets, or how much of the space we're taking over, yeah, this would be incredible. All right, and then the other option that Brienne listed was the Moody Tongue.
Yeah, let's get that one.
Okay,
Okay.
lots of various classes.
Oh, all sorts of things.
So I will say that a little birdie told me that we looked at this one,
Uh-huh.
a certain company that I can't name, and they were fairly expensive. So we
Yeah.
actually that's actually why we dropped them. They were expensive,
Okay.
and there was something else weird about them. I'm trying to find our notes. But just as an FYI, there was something funky about this place that I remember.
Okay.
It's like right on
So-
top of the interstate or under it. Basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a weird location, and
Yeah.
I think we weren't really sure people were going to make it that far. So
Yeah.
just
Okay,
as an
interesting.
FYI.
I can totally see that.
Also,
Well-
just as a person looking from the inside out, this looks a lot more like a restaurant than an event space.
Right. Yeah.
That's super fair as well. Okay.
I mean, they have a private events page. I guess we should look at that. But
Yeah. Okay. Well, the
dining
proposals
rooms,
are
the
coming
boardroom,
hopefully this
the
week.
bar.
And maybe this negotiation back and forth has been about the money stuff that you're bringing up, Laura. So yeah, we will
Maybe.
yeah, we will put a pin in that for now.
I mean, these are both
Um,
great options. So
They are. And Brienne has a preference, we see there. And if you have strong opinions and beliefs about where the social event should be, as I mentioned earlier, there's an opening for a shadow or a lead of the social event. So if you wanna okay, I'll stop plugging it now. But yeah, we have some progress on the social event. That is great to hear. Okay, next on to the awards. So they will need the final artwork for each award, and we'll be shipping to individual homes addresses again. If so, we'll need all the individual contact information. So we'll put that for AIs for awards. Joseph, you are here. Yep. Oh, I think you said yep, but I didn't.
I
hear
am.
it.
I'm here.
Oh, hi. Hello. Hi. All right. So the final artwork for awards. So Joseph and Kaslin, have y'all been able to sync and chat about the awards?
I think we got some communication via Slack. I think Kazan, I think I saw a message in there that you may have had a chance to do an update or not. I'm not sure.
It's in the doc.
It's in the doc. Dope.
There you are. I just had to look down. That
Okay.
works. As long as we got enough for a line and put somebody's name here, it's looking good.
And we
Great.
can
Is
sync
that
more on Slack if you want to adjust things too.
yeah.
Like I
Cool.
mentioned in the comment below it, I've got the chopped pizza carry boxes, and then I've got the KCSNA 2023. If I spell out Kubernetes Contributor Summit, it's like the same size as the line above it, which doesn't look that great. So if you want to do something else with that, open to suggestions. I can show you what it looks like the other way and stuff, but we can sync on all of that on Slack if you want.
Okay. No, I think we're really close. But really appreciate you jumping in there, Kaslin. Nigel, can you repeat the AI previous that you were just stated?
Yeah. So the final artwork, just getting the final artwork so that Brienne has that, and then figuring out when or if we're going to be shipping again to individual homes and addresses. And if so, then we need to be gathering that information from the winners. Does that spoil the surprise? I don't know what the protocol is for that.
no, we've done
Um,
that before. I mean, I think everybody finds out a little bit in advance somehow anyway, traditionally. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Because
Okay.
like when we did people on stage, right? Like I distinctly remember like walking past Bob, he was in like a special seat and everything for getting the award. So he knew before he got the KubeCon that was happening.
Okay.
Yeah, all
Cool,
the
cool,
award
cool.
winners are also going to get a form to from CNCF for the award, like to ship or to.
Oh,
I'll
it.
suggest for if you're not sure to have it shipped to your home. It's just
Mhm.
easier.
yeah.
But,
So then we'll say yes to that. Yes. So if it's CNCF that's sending out that list, it sounds like I don't know who's supposed to gather them. Yes, we will. Okay, so if there's a CNCF form, then that's something that we need to sync with Brianna about.
yeah, and in
or
past
if we
we've
need to
also
gather it ourselves. Okay, sorry.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say that in the past we worked with Brianne about the list and querying people
Okay.
who don't respond. that's always a big thing.
All right, perfect. Laura, you've already taken that action item there for the SIG meet and greet buttons, which is something about Mortal Kombat. What's it
Something like
what's
that.
it called now?
So the MKCC,
Okay.
those buttons, yes, the list is updated. I have more notes later in the agenda,
Okay,
but the short
perfect.
version is that she has her list, and hopefully I will hear back about table stands.
Look at us making progress. Love it.
Mm.
Okay. Looking into a larger document room option, we may be able to set it a different way to accommodate 15 to 20 people, very low on space. So can't guarantee that we'll have additional room, but we'll see what we can do. All right. So
Okay.
Natalie says okay. Okay. We will be sending signage designs over next week. All right, awesome. Do we have any special signage requests? If so, we will need to add those under the comments there.
Brianne said she was going to take care of like the getting to stuff.
Right.
Directional. Okay. That was my only thing.
Yeah.
She usually has stickers that are arrows that she
Mhm.
can put on signage wherever it needs to go, depending on what direction they face.
Perfect.
Okay.
We did QR codes last time as well, and that worked really well. But that means we also need to get QR codes built for whatever various links we need to have put up.
Sounds good.
Yeah, that's easy to do.
I can take that as a action item.
Okay, thank you. All right. I think that's it for Brienne. So I'll pass it over to you, Kaylin.
Awesome. Yeah, oh, can you hear it? Gosh darn it, my headphones are 1 second.
Yeah,
let
we
me
can
switch
hear
you
you.
guys to my external speakers because I can't hear anything. Okay. Yeah, I expect you can hear me. It's a headphone issue. Can someone say something? Can I hear you?
Yeah. Hi. Hello. How are
Okay,
you?
perfect. I can't hear you. Okay, sweet. So we've received 26 responses to the CFP, and technically it closed last Friday. We haven't actually closed it. Do we want to close it and create the schedule? Do we want to unofficially extend it?
Yeah, I think that part of that hinged on whether or not enough responses had come in. But if you feel that 26 is a sufficient number and they are of like a quality that you're happy with, then I don't see a problem with keeping to the original date. But because there was another mail that went out last week saying, hey, please submit to the CFP, we were wondering if we should give that time. But if you're already full up, then, then we're full and they can submit them as unconference talks. Does anybody else have thoughts on that? No? Okay.
I mean, I was
Cool.
going to do a Hugo dev site on conference. I could do that as a session, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think that would be great. And then like thinking about Josh's call out last meeting where we talked about having a section sort of round robin where people can come up and say, I work on Kubernetes in this area, I could use a hand, blah, blah. And so like if we're doing that, the Hugo site to have a workshop set up, to get people, a tour of the repo or like show people around and stuff, I don't know. But yeah, I guess you and Kaylin can talk about that, figure out if you want to do programming or help one at speed dating, Lord have mercy. Yeah, if you want to do a session or do it as unconference. All right.
Yeah, I think 26 is ample. We usually are pretty generous with accepting them. Like we only turn down ones that are actively not a good fit for the summit. Usually we haven't had enough to be like, you're not like we have enough slots. It's just whether or not the talks make sense. So
Yeah.
I'll probably close that. I mean, Chris, feel free to submit or just tell me and we can add it to the schedule. And then for the round robin, I wasn't here for the meeting, but I was imagining it like on the main stage, kind of at the end where you have like a
Yes,
lineup, everyone's
yes.
got 5 minutes. Okay, so we don't have to plan for that outside of what's
No,
already
no,
going
no,
on.
no. And 5 minutes is a bit much, like thinking
Yeah.
like
90
elevator pitches. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, so I will close that. And do folks here want to like, do we want to do the session review all together, or I can create an event and toss it in the summit staff, and anyone who wants to join to review the submitted proposals is welcome to join. I'm easy either way.
Yeah. I mean, do we want to use one of our meetings for that? Is that the question? Or do we want to set up an ad hoc thing?
Yeah,
I think that ad hoc is probably a better move. Personally.
sweet. Yeah, I'll do that. And then I'll toss the link in the channel, and anyone who has opinions or wants to participate is welcome. But me and the shadows will be there doing the thing. And then next week we'll present a rough idea of the schedule, and we can talk about that in the group meeting.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay. Toms, Avanesh, are you here today? No, I don't see Avanesh. That's all right. We had the mail go out last week. And yeah, we'll circle up. I covered celebration stuff for Nitish, just needing an extra hand there. Passing it over to Natalie. I will mute.
Hi. Yeah, basically, Kaylin, now that you said that you are likely going to, or we are likely going to put the schedule together, once that's done, I can start the spreadsheet that we do for assigning volunteers to the different rooms and spaces and what's kind of happened there. And so that we can get a better idea of putting the call out to say, hey, folks, we need people signing up for shifts, so to speak, in like certain areas here or there. I'd like to do that kind of ASAP after the schedule is done. So that means so that we can now already get kind of people understanding if they're going to be, signing up for Day of Ops stuff. But other than that, that's kind of it. We do have enough kind of shadows and people who have committed to doing Day of Ops on the day in my team with me. And likely we'll be able to get people who, again, through the volunteer sign-up form that myself, Noah, and Josh have spoken about, plus general people who just want to do stuff on the day who are already in the summit. I think we're pretty set for DevOps.
That is really good to hear. Thank you. All right. Ray is here for Mars. Would you like to do the updates, please?
Yeah, so far we have 99 total registrants who have been approved. 14 of them are staff and 85 are non-staff. So far we haven't had to not approve someone or deny a registration yet so far. So.
Yeah, I am wondering how many staff we're gonna have, because as we start figuring out the staff swag, like a number there is gonna be super helpful. And so we have 14 now, and then I'm sure Ops is gonna be adding a significant number for the day of volunteers. Do we have a ballpark figure or know how many staff we had last year? How many hats did you make, Noah?
Not where, mate.
It was like 40 something, but I also still have half a dozen left over from people that just flaked and never showed up.
Fair enough. Okay.
And we had way too many shadows, so keep that in mind.
All right. Cool. So what I'm hearing is 30.
Probably. But
okay,
also we can do a tally based on the issue and attendance on the calls.
Yeah. So Kazan's asking where the staff link is.
I'm trying to find that.
Okay, great. Oh, Laura's found it. Beautiful.
Sorry, I just found it in Slack.
Cool.
Okay, Arnaud says we had 21 staff persons last year. Yeah, I wasn't in Detroit, so I don't remember or know anything about Detroit. But if we're like 20, it's 25 maybe then, if it's 21 for Arnaud. Natalie says 30. Okay, between 25 and 30. All right, great. 27 and a half.
Perfect. We'll get one, cut it in
27.2.5.
half right down the middle.
All right.
So if you're only there for half of the day, now we know who that half was.
But realistically,
all right.
we should just go through and enumerate it all, just tally it up. That way we don't have to worry
No,
about
you're
extras.
right. Just set up a spreadsheet and start putting people's names on them. Perfect. Mortal Kombat Community College, Laura, you are up.
All right. I was working on the stickers last week in between things, by the way. On a more serious note, so I have drafted the issue and sent a gist to Chris and Caslin as my shadows, just for clarity's sake, so that issue hopefully will get soon. And the SIG buttons list has been updated. There was a lot of stuff on there from many moons ago, so I'm not quite sure where that list suddenly got updated from, but I cleaned that up. There are a lot of buttons, so if we would like to hand out more buttons than we expected, versus just handing them out at MKCC, they've got like 50 of some of these buttons, which I had no idea we had that many. So just a note, but I'm mostly going with about 20 buttons for the ones that we didn't have. If we want to bump it, I'm sure we can.
Yeah.
But the only thing I don't have information on is table stands and bags. That information was not filled out on the sheet. So I will ask Brianne to update that. I'm assuming there's somebody going through and tallying that, probably not her.
Sure. Were we lacking in Amsterdam for stands and
there were some odd situations where like one bag didn't have a table stand in it. One bag had like 2. Another bag only had like the top of the table stand and not the base. You know, stuff like that was happening. But there's also some new SIGs that actually need the signs and the bag. We're also putting together working groups are now getting added. And the committees, like the top 3 committees, steering, code of conduct, and there's another one. I'd have to go look. But none of those have had bags or badges or like bags or pins or stands before. So we need a few of those anyway. So that's kind of the one big thing that I need clarity on from Brianna is what we actually have, making sure we have those. And then
sounds good.
The discussion about patches, pins, all that stuff. Just contributor patches, pins, whatever. Normally we do try to have some of those at the meet and greet MKCC, just for people who already are contributors who maybe couldn't make it to Contributor Summit for some reason. I don't know if we've discussed that yet in general. Situation with patches,
I have a service desk ticket open with the CNCF. I talked with Brianne about it, and she said to open it with the service desk. So I have that open. It's getting a little bit close. We're not sure if we'll be able to get them in time for KubeCon.
But just wanted to touch base on that because it occurred to me that was the one thing I didn't have on that list, was whether we were going to need patches, pins, whatever we were doing for contributors this year.
Yeah, it's pins. The design is in Crafter Netties, and we're trying to figure out how many. So would appreciate input on how many.
The design looks really great. I'm excited to see those pens in real life.
I'm gonna bet, like, take whatever the registration number is by the end of the week and round it up by 25. That would be my guess for pins counts. Maybe that's just me, but that would be my thought.
All of these like pins, patches, discussions, it makes me feel like Paris, we need Letterman's jackets for everybody.
I really do think we need the sash that you can fill in.
Yeah.
you know,
I mean, personally, I'm
people
a
wear
big
whatever they
fan
want.
of the denim punk jacket with all the patches
that
and
too.
pins on.
Mm,
Wait, what if we rip the sleeves off? Make it a vest?
perfect.
Rip
Even
those.
better.
Okay,
Even
perfect.
better. Have
Anyway,
both options.
I'm just here to create chaos, and I will hand it back to you, Nigel.
Thank you so much. I'm gonna hot potato it over to Joseph for awards. We already had a mini discussion, but yeah, if there's anything else that you want to talk about.
No, I think the only thing I was going to say is I think last week Ray mentioned that you guys updated the tech leads that were sending out the form. I had to travel to Romania for a hot minute. Now I'm back, so I'm going to get that out starting tomorrow with Xander's help. I think the other thing was just like the waiting on the graphics. So we are good, I think, from an awards perspective. I don't know if anybody has any questions for me.
No, I think we're all right. You said the forms are gonna go out next week.
No, starting tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Well,
Oh shit, my bad.
Yeah. So because I think already like last week, Ray and Josh both kind of updated the tech leads that we'd be doing this. So just wanted to do that follow up.
Yep, sounds good. Awesome. All right, well, that brings us down to just the general swag stuff. And so I've been looking at aprons and like trying to figure out a reasonable expense, a reasonable like price for them. So I've found the best ones, but they are like ridiculous. And so like sort of dialing back to reasonable. And so the one that I came up with, let me find which tab it's in. My browser is a mess. Oh, there it is. This company Chef Tog. I'll drop a link in the chat there. And they look chef hats. But yeah, the ones that have like the cross back, they have like a few designs. The one that's like over the neck, which can get kind of uncomfortable, but I like the shoulder crossback ones, and they have them anywhere from like 50 or $60 a piece, which oh yes, have a great week. Thanks for all the updates, Joseph. See you soon.
Yeah.
But I think what I'm going to end up doing is like maybe putting a couple options in the leads channel and see if those work. The server aprons, which ones are the server aprons?
Sorry, I had to find my unmute button. There's like half length 4-pocket server aprons,
Oh
3/4 length.
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
Is
just
that
me. I
gonna
just kind of like the
be
idea.
yeah. Is that going to be conspicuous enough? Because we still want them to be for people to be able to identify us during the event as like staff. And so like having
I
something
mean,
that
if
goes
you're
the whole
short,
way.
it kind of helps if you're short, because like you're not necessarily anyway.
Yeah,
Let's stop now.
that's fair.
Hello, short
Okay.
people, please speak up.
I got you, Laura. I got you.
I'm short. Air 5.
Okay. Kazan says around the neck, better, easy to throw on. Okay. All right. So there are votes for each of the three styles that are there. So we will make it a bit more democratic, I think. But if we decide to go with this provider, I guess I'll clear it with Brianna and make sure that we're good to go there. And then from that point, we'll figure out embroidery of the logo that Kazan made for us, or maybe silk screening. We'll see. Yes, the extra cash from the t-shirts. Yes, we do have room in the budget for these. Other problem with the server apron is, where does the logo go? Yeah, that.
Yeah. That could look bad.
Yeah, we don't need to elaborate there.
Yeah, it depends on how it goes. But yeah.
All right. Cool. That's all I had. Was I found a provider that I think can work for us, and we will take it from there, pick like some colors, and we'll decide on the style, and then go from there. Does that sound good to folks? Denim. Yeah, I like the denim ones as well. They look pretty good.
The 90s are back. It's so cool.
The 90s,
2000s, whatever.
ancient history.
Mhm.
Which brings us to our anything else section. Did anybody have anything else they wanted to chat about while we're all here?
While I'm thinking of it, since the CFP is closed, we probably want to get the unconference issue up soon.
Okay.
If nobody else wants to do it, I can put it up, but we should probably have that up before, I don't know, like within a week or so that people can start filling that in.
I can do
Okay.
it right now. It'll take
Does
me a minute.
that okay?
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Does the unconference, does that also fall under content?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well,
But
thank
anybody
you,
can
Kaylin.
make the issue, but Kaylin's taking
Yeah.
care of it.
Awesome. Much appreciated. All right.
I
You made a
have,
lot of progress. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I have a registration related question. I registered using the link in the mail. Do I need to re-register as a staff or is it okay?
Let me-
Uh,
I'll
We
check
can
to see if
probably
you're on
change
there.
it.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
think they
thank
had
you.
me re-register when I did that last year.
I
Right.
didn't know.
Yeah,
I
it would
didn't even know.
probably
I should have
wipe
asked.
out previous registration. Yeah.
Mm. Usually you have to go manually re-register. You have
Mhm.
to deregister, then re-register with the other link.
Right.
Otherwise, there's
Yes.
conflicts.
Yeah.
well, yeah. Let's see what Reg comes back with. And then go from there.
I see your red
Thank you.
shirt, Savita.
Okay. Do I need to re-register or just that's good?
You should be good. You're marked as approved by Nabaroon, and it's been updated by the CNCF.
The
staff.
issue was, does she need to register as staff?
Oh,
Yeah.
you know what? Oh, yeah, CR it is in-person attendee. Yeah, I would re-register you as staff, or I could manually. Well, let me. I know Brian's out, Mars is out, but yeah. Just send the form in again, and I think you could change it on your once with that link.
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, y'all.
Cool.
All right. Well, have a great week. I'll be a little bit out of touch being at Open Source Summit, but definitely send any updates to the channel. Any questions you have, anything we can help with. That's what we're here for. And if you have an extra hand to help out for our social event, also please raise your hand. All right, last plug. Have a great week, though. So glad y'all are here. I'll see y'all around. Take care.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.